Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A very warm welcome to all the genius members of Study Corner. I hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to start Unit 5 Daffodils by William Wordsworth. Anybody knows what is a daffodil? It is a bell shaped flower with a long stem. Today we are going to start the summary of this poem. It is very interesting poem. In this poem, the poet is sharing his nature exploring expedition in a poetic way. As Wordsworth is a poet of nature, once he was wandering alone, just like a cloud, when he noticed clutter of daffodils. Clutter, a lot of something. Dancing in the air, the endless series of flowers along the lake were delighted and shining like stars. The poet observed waves of lake were also energetic, but flowers were far more excited. The astonishing scenery still replaces the grief and gloom of poet and sanctifies his heart with a wave of contentment and delight. The main subject of talk in this poem has expressed in a different way, and the poet has expressed the main idea of the poem in different style, and he thinks that nature has healing properties. It can bless delight and peace to a depressed heart and mind. The poet explained that life is colorful, but we must have an aesthetic sense to observe its colors. He suggests replacing all worries with the beauty of nature by sharing his own experience. Now move towards the explanation of stanzas. In the first stanza, the poet is depicting his journey. It shows his keen observation on the subject of nature. In these lines, he is portraying a stunning landscape in front of readers with the help of magnetized words by recalling one of his past expeditions. Once he was roaming alone on the path of nature as a cloud, and he was crossing mountains and valleys silently and lonely, just like mist when his sight trapped by an endless troop of eye-striking daffodils. Trees guarded the golden flock of daffodils, and they were excited and dancing with the air near the lake. In second stanza, the poet is severely bounded in the mesmerizing sight of daffodils, and he continued to describe the landscape made by golden daffodils. The daffodils were appearing to him like a series shining stars, and it seemed that he was lost in any galaxy. The sight of the lake was embedded with thousands and thousands of golden bright flowers. They all were showing their happiness and energy by dancing in the air. In the third stanza, the poet could not neglect the joy of lake. He explains that waves were also expressing joy but could not beat the level of daffodils. It means that daffodils were the main subject of this scenery. Without any comparison, they were grasping the core attention. The poet was hypnotized in this overpowering view to such an extent that he lost all of his senses, even he could not think anything else. He was spellbound and fascinated. He could not stop praising this astonishing spot. The poet enjoyed the company of nature and he found a genuine treasure by visiting this fantastic place. In the fourth stanza, that is the last stanza of the poem, the poet is discussing the after effects of a real journey. He says, exploring nature left a positive impact on mind and soul. Even after that expedition, whenever he feels sad, the memory of that day makes him energetic and happy. Now he doesn't feel alone even in his loneliness because the company of his memories is enough for him. He can replace his darkness with the color of nature. He can boost his broken heart with the sight of daffodils. Unit related questions. First question is, how do you compare daffodils with the stars? The poet is depicting a natural scenery with the help of poetic words, in which he compares bright golden daffodils with the glittery stars. The earth is decorated with the gleaming series of daffodils as the sky crowded by the countless glossy stars. Second question is, how does the poet feel in the company of daffodils? The time poet spends close to the nature with the flowers is priceless for him. With every single step, he receives and seeks a lot from his journey. The happiness he gets from the company of flowers keeps him satisfied, and even the recalling memories bless him delight in sorrow. In isolation, whenever he recalls this real adventure, his heart fills with comfort and pleasure. Comprehension questions. What is the central idea of the poem? This poem revolves around the poet's experience he made to explore nature. Doubtlessly, one can spend the best time of his life close to nature to collect the treasure of precious memories for life. The sense of freedom, happiness, and contentment we can seek from nature is exceptional. Anyone can deflate his pains, sufferings, sorrows, and isolation during this discovery. Second question is, what do daffodils represent in the poem? Daffodils are a symbolic representation of the new beginning. So, whenever someone surrounded by grief and misery, he must have hope to come out of the deep trench of sorrows. What wealth do memories of sin give to the poet? The poet wanted to convince us that after the journey of nature, one can be blessed with the wealth of peace, delight, contentment, and optimism. Question number 4 and 5 will be given in the exercise. I hope Study Corner assisted to meet your objectives, and this video was really beneficial for you all. For more videos, give like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Allah Hafiz.